Hey everyone, welcome back to Investment Physics. I'm very excited to bring you this video too. It's a level 2 video. All this while I've been saying, yeah, you can do this. There are methods to buy the stock. And by this point, you guys would be like, come on, this guy has been just bragging about all these things. He's not telling us, he's just giving us gyan, he's not giving us what to do. Yeah. So in this video, I want to show you how to pick a winning stock, the easy way. Let me start with the story. Let's say you are all back in college again, and it's your final exam. And like all normal college students, you have not studied throughout the year, and you try to study the entire syllabus on the last day. It's a very common thing, right? Okay, but there is a limit to how much you can figure out in a day. And then you somehow did not even do that. You instead went to a party because somebody called you for a daru party and you went there. And then the next day you woke up for the exam and you're like, shit, I didn't study anything. How am I going to pass this exam? Uh, Okay, so realistically, there is no way to pass that exam, right? Yeah, of course, you're not going to pass that exam, you're going to flunk. But what if I say you that I'll allow you to look at the answer paper of the first rank student in class and you can write his answer. Do you think you can pass that exam then? It's very likely, right? Yeah, I mean, you go sit next to some brilliant student and write down his answers. You should be able to win, right? And what if I tell you you can do the same thing in stock markets? So this is one such method. I'm not going to say that you all should go and do this or something like that, but it is definitely a very useful tool to consider. Um, it constantly baffles me the amount of very nice tools out there and good content out there, and most of them are available for free. And this is why it surprises me why people still don't know about these things. But of course, I understand that many people may not have the time to search through these things. And it's also very possible that there are even better tools out there that I'm not aware of. If you know, comment down. Okay. I don't have any affiliation to these products. I'm just showing you things as I do in my daily life. It's not a paid promotion or nothing like that. I'm just like Googling stuff and showing it to you. That's about it. Um, so in the US, there is something called a Section 13F filing. All the big hedge fund managers, they have to report what stocks they buy and sell frequently. This is kind of to prevent some sort of malpractice and basically so that the public is aware what is happening in a company and there is no insider trading or there are no random people trying to buy a stock, take over a company, do a coup, all kinds of corporate things happen. Um, According to section filing, every quarter, these investors have to file what stocks they bought and sold in the last quarter, and it is available to the public. The Section 13F report itself is there, but there are a lot of very nice tools that take these and they populate very nice visuals and tables on what was bought by who, when, and these kind of things. Let me show you one such tool for the US market. So this site is called dataroma.com. It basically covers all the popular US investors. So I want to mainly talk about Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway and then one more. So I've already mentioned about Warren Buffett a lot, and you already know he's a value investor and he's a very smart guy, been doing this for a century. So he knows his stuff. So if you go to the site and click on Warren Buffett, it basically just lists you what all he has in his portfolio. And if you click on activity, it shows you, let the page load. I guess the net is slow. Hello. Okay, yeah. And if you click on the activity, it shows you what he bought in each quarter. So in Q1, you see that he bought Apple, HP, Occidental Petroleum, Bank of America, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, I'm not telling you that you should just go and buy something because somebody else bought it. You should do your own research. There are standard methods and formulae to use to do that. I will slowly post videos about that. Um, but this is definitely a very useful tool. So I already told that the US is going through a banking crisis. And Warren Buffett is like this first time student in class. He's like a very smart kid. He already knows what is happening where, what to do next. And if he buys a bank, you can have reasonable confidence that he knows what he's doing. So these are the banks he has bought. He has bought Citibank, he has bought Bank of America, he has bought Capital One, um, I think there are only so many banks. Oh, there's one more here, Bank of New York Mellon Corp. So it is likely that if he bought this and if you buy this, there is a chance to make a profit. Uh, I have to also explain why this is not a very useful method or as useful as you think it is. So the Section 13F filing regulation is that you don't have to tell in public what you bought every day. There is some period. I think it is a quarter. I'm not sure. But there is some period. Only at the end of that period, they have to disclose what they did. All these big hedge fund managers, they only do it on the last day because they also know that small people like us, we are watching what they're doing and we kind of buy the stocks they are buying, and that drives up the price. So these people, they usually don't buy the entire stock in one batch. If they have like $1 billion or something, they will incrementally buy like every week or every month, or they structure their trade in their own ways. And if they give out this info early, and the whole world is really watching this, everyone is going to buy this stuff and it's going to drive the stock price too high. And the next time they have to buy in the next batch, the price is going to be higher for them. So all of these people, they only file on the last day. But even then, as soon as they file, all these stocks usually get some traction. Like the entire world they see, and they also have some confidence in these investors, and the stock usually pops up. One such thing I did was Capital One Financial. Of course, I did read the books and check its numbers and other things. But what caught my attention to it was this tool, and because he bought it, and then I went to investigate why he bought it. So that's why I'm saying that if you see this, please do your due diligence, just treat it as a tool. So it also has a lot of other things here like buys, sells, history. It also kind of gives something called as the hold price, which is the price at which this person last bought it at. So the hold price is very important because more than buying a stock, you have to buy it at the right time. And if you can see what price he bought it at, and if you know what is the current market price, then you can kind of assess whether you should buy or not buy it. Um, so this is Warren Buffett. There is one more popular investor here that I follow. That's the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This one. So I've already opened the page here, and these are his holdings. And you can see that Bill and Melinda already was like 4% of Berkshire. So basically he also trusts Warren Buffett. It's like two first-rank kids are copying from each other. So. Of course, you can go into a lot more details here and explore this tool. There is definitely a lot of useful info on this tool. Um, so I'm not sure if you people already know, but a lot of people still associate Bill Gates with just Microsoft Corp. That is not true anymore. He has been selling most of his Microsoft shares, not because he doesn't trust the company, because he has either been pledging it to the Giving Foundation or he has invested it into this trust called as Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Trust. And this person is his money manager. So he is basically a guy who took like $11 billion and he converted it into 80 plus $1 billion. So he's a very successful money manager and he is controlling the holdings of Bill and Melinda Gates. Also, recently I heard that they are buying a lot of farmland in the US, and Bill Gates is becoming the largest potato farm owner or something like that. So yeah, Bill Gates is definitely doing a lot more than just Microsoft. So you can look into this to understand the things he's doing. For Indian investors, there are similar disclosure requirements in India too. And I'm not very familiar with the Indian tools. This is something that I just found now. Probably they are better. And this portfolio is by the late Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. He is called as the Warren Buffett of India. He is most popularly known for his bet on Titan, where he put almost all his money into it when it was falling. I forgot the period. I think 2000 or something like that. And that bet paid off really well, and that's what made him very popular in the investing community. So these are his holdings. Of course, like I said, I'm not saying that you just blindly go and buy these things, but at least it's a very useful thing. Like you cannot track the entire 500 stocks or 50 stocks and study the fundamentals of each thing, right? So this at least gives you a smaller list to investigate. That's all I'm saying.